Yo, ahaya, welcome back. Oh, I'm getting so used to saying this now. It's so, oops, I think I knocked something over. I'm getting so used to saying this stuff's, yes, sorry. Welcome back. How we feeling today? I'll be talking about unique OCs, and if you want, how to make them. Yeah, how to make them. As a not so professional artist, I'll be telling you what to do. And it's gonna be fun, hopefully. I'd say anyone or anything that ain't exactly human, you know? I mean, they can be human, but not like Gary from across the street. They obviously would have some main point of interest to them, a concept or a motif that you don't usually see when it comes to typical normal artist OCs or character designs. And I mean, no offense to anyone whose OCs aren't a mega cyborg or have some awesome powers or anything like that. Not at all. Not all my OCs have something supernatural about them either. What I'm trying to say is, it's just that when it comes to OCs, you may find yourself looking at other artists' OCs thinking, wow, that's so creative. I like an OC like that. And that's why I made this video, because I thought about them many of times, and I actually did it this time. Hooray! Well, first, I started with the concept. I knew neither of these OCs I made would be inherently human. I also knew that I wanted to make an animal OC. So now I have two main points. One concept was non-human and the other was animal. Now, of course, it's always great to have inspiration, and for my inspiration, I chose Pinterest and TikTok. I always see these super cool animal or animal-inspired OCs and character designs on my feed. And the ones that always specifically catch my eye are the monkey ones. I think they're so cute and so silly. And if a single one of you say, of course, I swear. But yeah, I've seen so many OCs like this, and I wanted to make my own, and you gotta say, it's pretty unique. Well, we're going with it anyways. I also went with this because the idea reminded me of that super old monkey ball game, if anyone remembers it, and also Lego Monkey Kid. I love that show. I love that cartoon. I'm not caught up though, so don't ask me anything about it. For the second OC, since I imagine two would be another non-human character, one of my favorite types is an Oni, specifically an Onigairu. If you don't know what either of those things are, don't worry, I got you. An Oni is a Japanese yokai, meaning supernatural being that resembles the appearance of a demon, having bright red or even blue skin, usually with wild hair and horns and a great amount of strength. And a Gairu is just a Japanese feminine fashion style that is very bold and cutesy that I love, that goes against the standard. So obviously, these two go good together, hand in hand, right? I can see you're shaking your heads no. Okay, don't worry about it. Anyways. So now that we've got our concept, now we need our character. By that I mean we need to take our little monkey boy idea and make a character out of it by giving them a personality, a backstory, and a fashion sense, of course, because if he walks around naked, he's going to jail. Now when it comes to his outfit, I decided for a more laid-back street style. I didn't go detailed since this would be the first time I'm drawing the concept, and nothing would have been concrete till I went over the design more, if I liked it enough to become an OC. So I just went simple, baggy tee, chain, backpack, baggy jeans, and a cap. For the color palette inspo, I just went with colors like red, blue, and yellow, since I thought it fit with the aesthetic. And his fur is on the lighter side, being two-toned. I decided where the lighter tone fur would appear, it'd be in the shape of a heart, if you can even notice that, on his face and his chest, because I just thought it'd be cute. Some even more cuteness, I gave him a tail ring to match with our other OC that we'll be making further down the line. Now let's talk about personality. Of course, since he's a monkey character, I thought silly is the definite choice. Very fun, high energy, and troublesome at times. So basically characters like my goat, Luffy, or like Yuji from JJK, those characters have an underlying kindness to them as well, which I wanted to give him as well, and make it a reason to his backstory, which I'll be talking about right now. I made him young, about 19, on the shorter side. I decided to give him the name Mogi because it sounds cute and it's close to Monkey Boy, which was his concept placeholder name during the sketches. Which, smart, right? No? Okay. Now, I wanted to make Mogi and our soon-to-be-shown Oni girl best friends since, like, childhood. How they became best friends is interesting since you'll see they're nothing alike on the outside. However, silly he may be, our Mogi is still very sweet and initiated the friendship as kids, seeing our only girl having trouble being alone, and ever since they be best friends and inseparable. Isn't that cute? Now, what's not so cute is how I thought of him having an ex-best friend whose friendship ended with a little fight and pretty badly when they used to be close. I like to think that Mogi's only bestie, which is her forever bestie, constantly brings it up and calls them exes because she knows it annoys him, like best friends would. Like, kind of like Pico and Boyfriend from Friday Night Funkin', if anybody even still knows the game, or if it's not as cringe anymore to bring it up. Anyways. But I have yet to design that OC or that part of his backstory besides the two for these videos, so that's for another time. Anywho, here's the silly. Isn't he so cute? I mean, like, he look a bit chopped, but I'll clean him up later. This is only the first sketch, don't worry about it. On to our second concept that needs some character. Let's take our Oni girl and fix her up. I'm talking personality, fashion, and background. Honestly, when it comes to her outfit, I already had something that was cutesy, bold, and maybe a little revealing in mind. I decided on a classic gyro staple, leg warmers with one stripe stocking and monster loafers. I call them that because I gave them teeth. See, cute, right? Get it? Monster loafers, and they have teeth. I wish I had them. Anyways, I gave her the cutest sailor style mini skirt, and for her top, I gave her a two-tone bikini top with stars on it. Very bold, very statement piece. I was really struggling when it came to the colors though, because I really wanted to try and use pink in her palette, but since I made her skin a pinkish red, it just looks really flushed, but I still incorporated it somehow. Anyhow, I managed to make one side of the top pink, and speaking of her skin, I gave her blue cloud demon marks or tattoos, and for jewelry, I gave her a horn ring that matches Mogi's and beads because I wanted to make them, well actually I wanted to make them red, but you know what this situation was that. But I gave her beads because I thought they were a cute touch. Lastly, her beautiful hair. I wanted to make her hair white and I used pink shading and highlights, but I intended it for it to still look white, so I kind of messed up there because her hair just looks like it's really light pink, but I put her hair in two cute twin tails anyway, so yay! Some more on her character. She's the same age as Mogi but much taller than him, resting at a standing 6 foot. I was gonna give her a basic predictable name like Onka or something like that that sounded like Oni since her place name was Oni Girl, but I landed on Yuuka because it sounded cute and it fits her. Now for her personality, you would imagine someone who walks around in something so revealing is pretty confident, and she is, but it wasn't always that way. As a kid, she was meek and always either left out or bullied for being an Oni. That is till Mogi came around, being her very first friend, being very sweet, giving her the confidence to ignore all the negativity. Now she's confident, lively, sweet, and as ditzy as she wanna be. Because she's good. She doesn't have to worry about others' opinion anymore. She's forever grateful to Mogi for this, and it's the reason why they're attached at the hip now, which I find adorable, and I feel like it really fits into the character concepts. And anyways, here's our cute Oni girl. Isn't she so cute? I just love her twin tails, and I love her shoes, and I love her hair, and I love everything basically. Yeah. Now we have our unique individuals, Mogi and Yuuka. Let's focus on sprucing up the design since the first drawing is sketch. And I also want to focus on fleshing out their personality and relationship in this final sketch talk too. So, now that their main outfits had a base idea or look that could be retouched later on, I decided to switch up looks and simplify Mogi's attire a little for this final drawing. I have him with his jeans and cap, and that's about it. Though these two will always be the loudest duo in the room, he's the more laid back of the two, so he's got a simple pose. I gave him some jewelry, including piercings that I didn't include in the first sketch, but I think are really cute. So I want to go back to and fix his outfit up more since I didn't like how he ended up looking in his first sketch, but I like this final sketch much better. And for Yuuka, she's cutely winking, leaning on Mogi since she's taller than him. About like, she's got like 5 more feet on him than he does. Since she's taller than him, I imagine Mogi obviously doesn't mind at all, not that much. And I kept her outfit pretty much the same since her outfit I already liked and didn't want to change that much. Same with her first sketch, I like how it turned out, but I think this final sketch is where they both look their best, which I think is a very vital part of the design process. Plus, I do want to give her more outfits because she's just so cute in general. And as a gyro, you can't just have one look. You have one staple look and then like 100 other looks that are super cute as well. Anywho, I mentioned that Mogi was more laid back, lazy one, but they're both still very chaotic. As a duo, they probably be very kooky. Yuuka is very cheery and probably likes to tease Mogi any chance she gets and manages to rage bait him because it's definitely mutual anyways, since Mogi loves to joke around as well. Their duo is similar to like Usopp and Nami or Yuji and Nobara since they're so close. I imagine other people always think they're together, but really they're more like siblings. I really value friendships like this because they're so funny and sweet. So I'm glad I have some unique OCs like this. And I hope this helps you too in your design process. Hooray! Anywho, that's it for today. Just had an urge to draw some cool characters in my sketchbook, came up with them, and decided to make a video about it. Sorry with all the yapping, but I really couldn't give much advice besides my thought process making them since I'm no professional. Promise you I'm not. And I'm not very suited to give advice, but I did it anyways. But I still hope it helps you with the design process, and if it didn't, you have full permission from me to go fist fight someone's grandma to let out some of the anger if this didn't work for you. Anyways, hope you liked today's video. If you like this kind of advice / design process style video, I'll make more. But for now, this was just a random video. Make sure you guys let me know what special vid you guys like for being so supportive lately, and I really appreciate you guys. So I want to do something special like OC drawing or Q&A or something like that in the comments. Maybe you guys could leave a post with your OCs up and at me and I'll draw your OCs. Or I'll make a community post and y'all can ask me any question you want and I'll answer them in a Q&A video and have it be a little animated video. Or hey, even an animated video alone would be fun. But anything you guys want, just let me know in the comments. I'll see you later. Bye!